Hello, this is Deb Joyce Sneak from Delight of My Art. Today we're doing mystery stamping. It is Wednesday, July 24, and we get together every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do mystery stamping. This is a chance for you to use the products that you have collected at home and learn how to make new fun fold. So I'm so excited to share this one with you. You can get the cutting directions here on our Facebook group called Stamp with Delight, or you can get them emailed to you. Those go out every single Monday for that Wednesday's video. So this one went out on Monday, and you can always go back and find those in our Facebook group here. We are live streaming on YouTube and Facebook at A Delight of My Art. So let's go ahead here and get started down to the desktop in just a second. All right, so we'll go ahead and follow along on these directions here and go ahead and get our card base out 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to put this off to the side so that I can follow along with those directions while you follow along with me on camera. So I'm going to get my trimmer out because we're going to need to do some scoring and folding. So I actually already did, but we've got the 8.5 by 5.5. We are going to score that in half at 4 1/4, like normal. But then we're also going to score it at 2 1/8, like so. And that is all the scoring we need. So we'll go ahead and put our trimmer away. And we'll go ahead and do a Z fold there, just like this, and go ahead and burnish that fold. So when I do my folds, instead of pressing this into the back of the cardstock, that could create a crease on your back panel. I'm going to go ahead and fold that out. So I'm only pressing this fold right here. Press that one, and then I'll fold this one and press just this one. There. Okay, so now we have our card base. I'm going to put that off to the side and get the next piece out. That is called Same as Base, 3 inches by 2 1/4. We actually have to do some scoring on this one as well. So here is my piece. Same as Base. This is Pretty Peacock that I'm using, by the way. I love this color. Oh, this is not the right one. This one is another one that we're going to be using. Sorry. Let's see, where did my piece go? It's in here somewhere. I have all my pieces stacked up. We're using quite a bit of pieces today. Okay, well, maybe I have it over on the other side. Okay, so here we go. We've got this little piece, 3 inches by 2 1/4. We're going to score at 3/4, 1 1/2, and 2 1/4. So we'll put our trimmer blade up. We're going to do 3/4, 1 1/2, and 2 1/4. So that is increments of 3/4 of an inch all the way down. And so you'll have 4 equal panels of 3/4 of an inch. So we will just fold that into a little box tube shape like this. And we'll put that off to the side. I think we are done with the trimmer now. We'll have it handy just in case we do still need that. Okay, so we have our base here and our cute little cube thing. Let's go ahead and burnish all of those fold lines right there. We want that to not quite meet in the middle. We want like maybe the tiniest little gap there. That is perfect. And we'll go ahead and burnish that middle fold too. Okay, so now we are ready to do some gluing. I have my liquid glue because I like to have some wiggle room time to get everything adhered just so. I'm going to arrange all my pieces here. Got a lot of pieces today. Okay, so DSP number 1 says 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 tall. So this is the one that I chose for that one. This is the Lily Pond Lane DSP. So I will put that on the inside of the card, the back here. Really cute patterns in this paper. All right, we'll go ahead and add that to the inside back panel of our card. And these two panels will get DSP number 2, which is 1 7/8 inches wide by 5 1/4 tall. We have 2 pieces, and I'm using these 2 pieces here. These actually came more like this, and I wanted to see the frog on the front, so I moved him over here. We're actually going to be covering up a little bit of this panel, but this whole second panel, you'll be able to see it if you're sneaky. So let's go ahead and add these pieces to these skinnier panels. Right now this looks like a Z fold card, but we're going to do something fun with it. All right, so we have this piece here. I want to get out some dry glue, some Seal Plus. I'm going to look at those openings, and I'm going to add Seal Plus to both of these panels. So that's where it opens. So the other side we are not adding glue to. So those 2 panels, and I might run 2 strips down there even, just to make sure that it's covered. You can use liquid glue for this, but I find it tedious to hold something in place when it's kind of 3D and needing to be glued like that. Okay, so we don't want that to close up or anything. We have our little box shape. We're going to take, so here's my sticky sides right here. I'm going to take this side and I'm going to lay it right here. The gap here is going to go along the middle seam of the card. So this is going to go down like this, and this piece is going to be popped up. So we want this to be kind of an open little box on the card, right? So we're going to open this up and put this seam along the middle and kind of center it top to bottom. This is why you didn't want those to meet quite in the middle. I'm not going to push too hard because we might need to do some adjusting. I'm going to lay this, I don't want to lay it flat this way. We want this to fold up. So I'm going to lay this flat like this. We'll wait for that to load there. So I have the box like so. Video to catch up. All right, so we have this. I'm going to flatten it. So I have 2 panels on top of the other 2 panels. And then we're going to close this side up. Press it gently, but then open it back up and press it flat as well. So we want it to go flat, folded, but we also want it to be adhering when you open it. So it might fight you a little bit, but this is why we're using that strong C+. We want it might want to fold in a new spot. So there we go. We've got a nice adhered little bump up piece right there. So we have that little piece there. So that, again, that piece was 3 inches by 2 1/4. We scored it at 3/4, 1 1/2, and 2 1/4. And then we glued the open ends to the inside on that middle seam of the card. Are you good with me? Let's go ahead and keep going. We have coordinating cardstock. So you could do 2 of the same color or 2 different colors. I think different colors work really well. So the first one I have is 3 inches by 4 1/4. This one I did emboss. And I think this one's called So Swirly. This one's going to go on our little bump out piece. So you're going to add Seal to the left side that's sticking up here, and then as the card closes. So I didn't add any glue yet, but we're just kind of seeing how that goes into the card. So it's going to sit like that when the card is closed, but as it opens, it will kind of float up in the card. So we're going to add glue again to this left piece, and that's it. And then this will sit right there, but we'll be real careful when we add it. So make sure it doesn't go over that center seam. Sometimes my seal goes off the track, especially if I'm on camera, right? There we go. Okay, so before I do any pressing, we want to have this ready. I'm not going to lay it on there quite yet. I want that to be as far over to the left as possible. And I'm looking for kind of mostly an even border here. It might be a little short on this side, but trying our best to get an even border. I'm going to go ahead and press that now. And there we have a little floating panel in the middle of our card. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now we want to go down. There's one more coordinating cardstock color, 2 3/4 by 4, and I chose to use the card base color. So again, this is Pretty Peacock, and this one's going to go on the front flap here, but we're going to line that up with that floating panel. So that will only adhere to this front left side here, so that when you open it, you have these different dimensions going on. So the best way to adhere this is to look where this panel is. You can add your runner right here between this panel, and then on this panel, all you have to do is add glue to the left-hand side. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to do this next to this seam there. And then I will go ahead and put this along one edge. And now we can line this up. So there is the top layer, layered against that floating layer, which is layered against the background layer, like that. So let's go ahead and decorate our front. I have the neutral piece, 2.5 by 3 3/4. That's going to go on the front. I'll just add that with my liquid glue, and I have a few pieces from the DSP so that I can decorate this panel. I did my stamping with the Charming Duck Pond stamp set, which is the one we're using for club next month. And we do have free shipping extended for today, so if you wanted to join club and wanted to get some of your materials for that, you can go ahead and add that to your order and join my club at club.orderwithdeb.com. All right, we can go ahead and put our pieces on now. I've got a couple things from the DSP. Look at these fish. Aren't these super fun? Some cattails and a duck, or a couple ducks. All right, let's see, what else do we need? Oh, and we have a neutral piece, 3 3/4 by 5. This is just a white piece for the back, and I'm going to decorate that with some more DSPs. There's not very much room to write on the inside here, so we're going to just add a panel on the back. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to decorate this with this strip that matches the inside panel. I think that's cute. let's add that to the back, and then we'll show you how I'm decorating this card. And then stay tuned for the alternatives, and then vote for your favorite in the comments, because that helps everyone see the videos as well. And helps out my channel. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, please do so. You can click the button here. All right, so let's go ahead and add this little cattail to the front. This is just fussy cut from the designer series paper, actually all of these pieces. The ducks are actually using the dies, so I didn't have to do any fussy cutting with those. And this cattail actually does have a die, but I wanted this grass, so I did fussy cut it. Let's go ahead and add these ducks like they're talking, and I'm going to add those with dimensionals. They're so cute. Let's see, we'll add this one. So hello, friend. And then on this panel, I wanted to add these fish. So this one's going to go down here, and this one's going to go kind of up here. I do want these rather close, and I want to leave a little border because when this closes, I want that border to not have fish on it. So as I'm gluing this, I'll just kind of try to make sure I'm keeping it more to the middle. On one of my samples, I just did a bunch of stamping over the whole thing, which worked well too. Let's move that up just a hair so that this guy can fit too. Do you guys like this bundle of products, the fish pond and the ducks and everything? I think they're so stinking cute. All right, so there we have these cool fish, the koi fish, I should say, cool koi fish. And they're swimming on this swirly water there. And there's that frog. Oh, he is kind of hidden behind this thing, isn't he? I was trying to make sure that he was seen. Here he would have been really covered. All right, so here's our card. Hello, friend, with our ducks talking, with some lily pads. We've got some fish here and then some little fish in the background. And then on the back, there's how it would fit in the envelope. And then on the back, we've got that nice little border there. You can write there. And we do need to decorate our envelope with this other piece from the DSP. I'm going to make sure that I glue this really well because I don't want it to get snagged if I send this one in the mail. Oftentimes, I might just hand cards to people. But just in case this one goes through the mail, I want to make sure that's glued down real well. Okay, there's my topper, and we want to add some embellishments. I'm going to add the adhesive back dragonflies and birds, which are perfect with this suite. This is what we're featuring for my club, so you get a whole sheet of this. Look, I'm almost done with my dragonflies. They're so cute. Now, a tip with these dragonflies, these are delicate. So if you're picking these up, do not go for the tail that will bend. You always want to go from the top, and you might want to go ahead and use your take your pick tool or your scissor tips or something to pick this up just to be real gentle. So always want to go from the top. You don't want to pick it up like this because you'll bend that tail. So I'll go ahead and just pick that up with the wings. And we'll just add dragonfly right there. Let's add another one. One more. Aren't those cute? Look at those little dragonflies. They're gold. So they're shimmery. They're a little metallic. So there's card number 1. And I need your vote in the comments here on which one you like best. Here's number 1. And card number 2 is beautiful also. This one is using the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper, and we're using 2 stamp sets, the Grateful Blessing and Courage and Faith. So here, I'll show you those two right now. I love the fonts on this Grateful Blessing one, nice and big, beautiful fonts with a few images as well. And then Courage and Faith, this one might be forgotten a little bit, but I love these images here to kind of border different things that you want to stamp. We've got some beautiful verses up here from the Bible, but we also have these cool kind of sprig pieces. So let me show you. Here's two of those right here. I'm actually using the same one going two ways, but you do have both. So you do have both directions. I use them on the envelope here. But this one's just a single one that I stamped twice. And then here we have You're Such a Blessing. Isn't that pretty? So we have this beautiful paper here. I felt like this one was very beautiful. So let me know if you vote for that one. Let's go ahead and see card number 3 first though, right? So again, I'm using the in color shimmer gems with that too. So here's card number 3. This one is using Country Flowers for this cute little pot and the painted lavender stamp set and dies for these flowers here. On the inside, we have So Lucky to Know You, and I believe that saying is from the Country Flowers one, but the background image and the butterflies is from the painted lavender. We're using the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper on this. It's a purple pack. It's so pretty. And we have the purple fine shimmer gems, which I just stuck all over those lavender flowers in the front there. The way that I stamped this purple was I stamped in 3 different colors. First with the fresh freesia all over the stamp, and then I took a sponge and I sponged on some Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape, just kind of in random spots. So you can see kind of a little bit of different purple colors in that one. So there's that card. Got some butterflies on the envelope for that one. So let me know which card is your favorite in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Let me go ahead and put my face back in here for just a second, if that will work. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you liked any of these products and would like to purchase them, today is our free shipping day, extended from yesterday. Hopefully there's no more glitches in the system, but if there is, let me know or be patient and try again. But you can go to orderwithdeb.com and place an order. Free shipping orders of $75 or more before tax. So then the shipping will be taken off for you. You'll also get my free card kit and a free embellishment from me. And you'll also get bonus coupons to use next month. So every $50 that you spend, you'll get a $5 coupon code in your email. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye, guys.